Hi everyone, I'm Beth in Texas, and this is Cast Off Wednesday. I'm now part of the Cast Off crew. I did my first video last week, and Cast Off crew not only covers crochet, but they do knitting and looming, latch hook, other crafts. So I did a lot of knitting this week. I got myself a knitting machine. And I made a mother bear on my knitting machine. So I'm going to show you her. She's all finished now. And there she is. I had somebody tell me that she was Green Bay Packers color, so I don't think the kids in Africa know what the Green Bay Packers are. So it's just a yellow and green bear. And what I did with her scarf is I tied it loose enough so that if they want to have it worn as a headscarf, she could wear it up on her head like that. But I'll probably just keep it down like that when I send it off. The skirt I did double thickness. I did a hem right here, and then I did a double thickness all the way to the top, just to give it a little bit more stability. So, and she's seamed with Kitchener stitch on the sides. And I just did draw a string where I drew the holes shut for the bottoms of the feet and the paws. But yeah, there she is, my little bear, and it's so soft and cuddly. Now, some of you know that I also have crank knitting machines. The one I did this one on is a flatbed knitting machine where you do rows back and forth. Knocking things over here. And one of them is the Innovations knitting machine. Innovations is not the easiest knitting machine to work with because sometimes it skips stitches and things like that. Some of them are flawed and they have little, on the edges of the plastic, the yarn gets caught. So, but I got lucky. I got a good one that it doesn't skip stitches much. This is just a single thickness knit hat, so it's not for extra cold weather, and I did a rolled cuff on it. So this one I did on a circular knitter. When you do it single thickness, it's got more give and more stretch to it. I did waste yarn on it, and then I don't know what the stitching is called when you finish it off this way, but you go up through one, you circle around back to the previous one, and then you skip one and circle back to the one you just did. And it gives it like a stretchy edge finish when you're done without it coming undone. So that one was a hat I did on my Innovations circular knitting machine. Then I have a little knitting machine called a Mattel Barbie knitter. I think they have them now, they're Dora or something like that. So you make these tubes, but they're only about 2 inches wide when you lay them flat. And I thought, well, what do you make with that, you know? And I saw the braided scarves. So I made a braided scarf by just doing 3 6-foot tubes and then braided them together, and I tacked them together in the end. So, and the Innovations hat was made with yarn left from that. I didn't have any green, or I might have done it. I have a stripe of green in it too. So, yeah. Let's see what else. Another thing I did was on my flatbed knitter is I have a book on the different stitches you can do on a knitting machine. And I have a whole lot of yarn that was donated to the community center by an upholstery trim factory. And the ladies at the center don't care to crochet or knit with that. And so I found in the book a pattern that was done with the chenille. And here is just a swatch I made of it. So as you can see, the little holes make a checkerboard effect. And I really like this, so I'm thinking of taking this and actually making a throw on my flatbed knitting machine with it. I may show you the machines in another video and go through those. But here I'm just going to show you what I have cast off, right? Okay, in my fresh off the hook video I already showed you the scarf, but in case some of you haven't seen that, I'm going to show it to you. This is Tunisian crochet, and I call this one winter to spring. And it's this side, it's done with a double-ended hook, so it makes your Tunisian crochet reversible, and that's what this is. So on this side it's white with a little green peeking through, and this side is green with a little white peeking through. So I'm calling this winter to spring. Looks like the snow laid on the green grass on this side, and this one here, it looks like the grass is peeking through the snow. And I made a crocheted loop, a slider for the scarf, because it's not really that long. It's about 1.5 yards long, but it's a good 10 inches wide. So, but this is the hook I did it on, so it's the width of the hook. And this is a K double-ended crochet hook, and I am going to do a video on how to do the stitch the scarf is made with. And this scarf pattern is in a book called Sharing the Art and Soul of Crochet. It's in get it right, Beth, September 2002 edition of the magazine. And it has on the front of the magazine crochetmagazine.com. I don't know if that's still good or not, because this is from 2002, so it's an older magazine. It's not an antique. I have a lot of older magazines than that. So I am going to do a video on how to do the stitch. I am not going to show you how to do the pattern, because this is not my pattern. It's a copywritten pattern, but I'll show you how to do the stitch. If you ever seen the extended single crochet stitch, it's similar to that, but in a Tunisian. So I'm going to do a video on that. And now I'm going to show you another ceramic piece. This is one of my latest things I did. Last week I showed you a deviled egg tray. And then I went to the ceramic place, and they had gotten these salt and pepper shakers in that I had to do salt and pepper shakers to go with my deviled egg tray. And here is Miss Pepper, and she's a deviled egg chicken. She's got a devil tail and devil horns. I know they kind of look like Spock ears, but this one's Pepper. I put a P on the top and gave it eyelashes. Pepper's the girl. And let's see, it's got little chicken feet stand. So I think I just thought those were so cute. And I had to make them to match my deviled eggs. So next time I serve deviled eggs, I'll have these next to it with salt and pepper. And then here is Mr. Salt, Old Salt. And here's his horns and his little devil tail. And he's got eyebrows instead of lashes to make him more masculine. And then of course you can see the stand with the feet. So those are my salt and pepper shakers that I did at the ceramic shop. I did do an elf, and I gave it to my sister-in-law before I even took a picture of it. So I told her she needs to take a picture of it and send it to me in an email. She's got a cell phone she can send it to me with. So hopefully I'll be able to at least put that up on my Facebook page. I also want to invite everyone to my Facebook group. It's Bethan Texas Crochet Club on Facebook, and I'll put a link below the video on how to get to that. The Crochet Club, because it's called Crochet Club, doesn't mean it's just crochet. I want to, because my channel on YouTube is mostly crochet, kind of want it, that's why I called it that. But you can talk about any crafts and arts and crafts that you do. There's even a lady that she helped me administrate the group for a while, but she's got other things going on. She had to quit, but she's got a weight loss community that she does. And so I said, yeah, sure, put a link up to your weight loss community, because I do weight loss videos on my channel too. So I think that's all I have to show you for Cast Off Crew. So I hope that you have a wonderful week, and we will see you next week. And be sure to check the links below the video to other members of the crew. You'll get all kinds of inspiration with knitting, crochet, and other crafts. So I will see you next week. Check out those links. Bye.